The terms theory, hypothesis, belief, and law are often misused and misunderstood in media reporting of scientific developments. Each term has a specific meaning in scientific discourse, but its use in everyday language and media reports can distort the public's understanding of science. A theory in scientific terms is a well-established explanation that has been rigorously tested and supported by evidence. For example, the theory of evolution explains how species change over time through natural selection, and it has been confirmed by extensive fossil records, genetic data, and observational studies. Similarly, the theory of gravity describes the force that pulls objects towards each other, supported by centuries of mathematical and experimental data. Despite the strength of these theories, the media often present them as uncertain, using phrases like "just a theory," which suggests they are little more than guesses. This misrepresentation creates the false impression that scientific theories are fragile or unproven, when in fact they are foundational to our understanding of the natural world. The use of theory in everyday conversation, where it means a hunch or speculation, clashes with its scientific meaning, leading to public confusion. A hypothesis, by contrast, is a preliminary, testable statement that scientists put forward as a basis for investigation. For example, a researcher might hypothesize that increasing greenhouse gas concentrations will lead to a rise in global temperatures. This hypothesis is then tested through experiments, data collection, and analysis. In media reports, however, hypothesis is often incorrectly used interchangeably with theory, implying that a hypothesis is as well established as a theory, when in fact it is merely the starting point for scientific inquiry. This conflation ignores the significant difference in the levels of evidence required for a hypothesis versus a theory. The failure to convey the rigorous testing that separates hypotheses from theories can lead the public to view both with the same level of uncertainty. Belief in science refers to personal conviction, which is not grounded in the empirical evidence that forms the basis of scientific understanding. For instance, some individuals may believe that climate change is not real or that vaccines are unsafe, despite overwhelming scientific evidence to the contrary. Media reports often blur the distinction between belief and evidence-based science, portraying established scientific conclusions as mere matters of belief. This false equivalence, as seen in debates over evolution or climate change, diminishes the weight of scientific evidence and presents scientific consensus as if it was subject to personal opinion. By framing scientific issues as matters of belief, the media can inadvertently fuel public skepticism and mistrust in scientifically supported concepts. Laws in science describe consistent natural phenomena and predict their behavior under certain conditions. Newton's laws of motion, for example, describe how objects move in response to forces, and these laws have been confirmed through centuries of experimental validation. However, the media sometimes portray laws as more definitive or true than theories, creating the misconception that laws are stronger or more reliable. This distinction is misleading because laws describe what happens, while theories explain why it happens. The law of gravity, for instance, predicts how objects will behave when subjected to gravity, but the theory of gravity explains the underlying mechanisms that cause this behavior. By presenting laws and theories in a hierarchy of certainty, the media obscure the complementary roles these concepts play in scientific understanding. In media reporting, the misuse of scientific terms can distort public understanding of science. Referring to a theory as a mere guess, confusing hypotheses with established facts, or equating scientific consensus with personal belief undermines the credibility of scientific reporting. This confusion can lead to public mistrust of science, particularly on complex issues like climate change, health, or evolution, where the stakes are high and scientific concepts are often simplified or misrepresented. Encouraging accurate use of these terms in media is crucial to fostering a scientifically literate society capable of making informed decisions on key scientific issues.